The first chapter, very interesting and the basic one, which create the interest and how to tackle the problem of this subject. So very, very highly important, the first chapter. We are going to see that now. So what we'll do?
Bookkeeping is related with recording of business transactions. Business, enterprise, and other organizations deal in activities which involve exchange of money or money's worth. All these activities are recorded for the purpose of taking important decisions as to whether the activities are feasible, profitable, and are to be continued or not. Information about the business and other transactions is required not only by the proprietors and managers of the business and other organizations, but also to various other stakeholders such as the government, investors, customers, employees, and researchers.
Okay, concentrate. Now what they are saying in the first line itself, look at here. Bookkeeping is related with recording of business transaction. So when they are using the word business transaction, immediately one question supposed to came into the mind. What is the meaning of transaction? So exactly the meaning of transaction we are going to see in detail later. But since the word came over here, I suppose to explain in one line. And transaction is nothing but buying and selling of goods or services in exchange of money or money's worth. That is what business transaction. Whenever I will use the word money or money's worth, then that is what business transaction. Otherwise, it is not known as business transaction. Keep that in mind. Clear, everyone? Now, what they are saying, business enterprises and other organizations deal in activity which involve exchange of money or money is worth. The same thing is coming over here again. All these activities are recorded for the purpose of taking important decisions as to whether the activities are feasible, profitable, and are to be continued or not. Simple example, let us take the example of, we can say, Big Bazaar or demand. So there is a section-wise department, and according to that department, one can easily understand how much is the turnover of the particular product. If you are asking about the kids section or about the grocery section and so on, or stationery section. So whether it's supposed to be continued running the same business or should we supposed to divert to the another business? When we can able to take that decision? Only when we are supposed to record all the transactions, how much product we are purchasing, at what price we are purchasing, and at what price we are selling. So basically, we have to record all the transactions. Then only we are able to analyze the thing. Clear, everyone? So basic thing is here we have to first of all record the transaction. And when I am saying record the transaction, please remember that I am telling about the business transaction supposed to be recorded. Okay, everyone is saying yes, so we have to go ahead. So what the next point is that information about the business and other organization is required not only by the proprietor and managers of the business, but also various other stakeholders. So when they are saying, see, when I am running my business, obviously the owner or the businessman here, the proprietor itself is the owner of the business. They're supposed to know each and every information of the business. So along with that, other stakeholders is also interested in the business. Mark my word, what I am saying. I am saying this is something new word you haven't seen or you haven't heard. Few of you might be aware, stakeholders. So when I am saying about the stakeholder, so I will say interested parties to the business. Interested parties to business. So when I will say interested parties to the business, so I can say internal and external parties. So when I will say internal or external parties, immediately one thing supposed to be in mind, and what is that? Who are the external parties to the business, or even we can say the stakeholders? So we can say creditors, government. After that, I even can say debtors. Even I can say bankers. Even I can say financial institutions. Even after this, we can say that's it. Creditors, government. Now, if you are saying these are the stakeholders and how they are interested in the business, correct? So the simple logic is that creditors is interested to check out your financial statement and your liquidity position. So how much duration you require to pay off the amount. When I am saying about the creditors, these all are the new words to you. One by one, we are going to see all these words in detail. But for time being, just understand meaning of stakeholder. When I am saying stakeholders means interested parties to the business, and interested parties to the business, it means you can say external parties. They might be the creditors from whom we supposed to purchase the goods on credit. Government. Now you are saying why government is interested? Because we have to pay taxes to the government. Whatever income we are earning, from that earning income, some payment supposed to be made to the government. Then question again arises, why taxes or payment to be made to the government? Because government is providing us the infrastructure facility through road transportation, water transportation, air transportation, and so on. Various activities provided by the government, and for that, to running that activities, government requires some kind of fund, and that is collected with the help of taxes. Debtors. Debtors means the customer whom we are selling the goods on credit. Bankers. So of course, when you have to run the business in a large volume, you require the funds. So for that, you have to take the loans from the banker, or even we can say the financial institution. And these all are the interested parties. If you observe, I even use the word interested parties to the business internal parties. Before internal parties, one more important thing is what? Shareholder. Now, ultimately, the shareholders are the owner of the business. Remember that, and they are always interested to know the profitability of the business because some part of the profit they are getting in the form of dividend. So that's why that is what the interested party to the business is shareholder. Another important thing I am saying internal parties. Now, when I am saying internal parties, simple I can say management because ultimately day-to-day working is done by who? Management. After that, again, I can say the another important part, worker. Now, suddenly, you can say, sir, how you can say the workers? Simple logic is there. Workers are working in the organization, business, or a factory, and they are always interested to the financial position because how much bonus incentive going to be given to the worker. That is also decided. So basically, these all are interested parties who are interested in a financial statement. When I'm saying financial statement, the simple remember, I am telling about balance sheet, profit and loss account, trading account. What exactly it means, we supposed to see that in detail later. So everyone, have you understood the introductory part? Just keep in mind, you have to record the business transaction in the books of account. Clear everyone? Shall I proceed with the next part? And remember the interested parties to the business because these are equally important. So internal as well as external parties interested to the business. Okay.
In India, during Chandragupta Maurya's regime, Minister Kautilya wrote a book named Arthashastra, wherein some references can be traced regarding the way of maintaining accounting records. Afterwards, it was called the Deshinama.
So basically,
In the earlier times of
wait.
civilization,
How,
yes, sir.
friends, how you supposed to read? Once you read one line, you have to wait. Let me re-explain and after that you have to read out. Okay? So yes,
Yes, sir.
I can even ask, see there are so many questions, answer in one sentence, fill in the blank, true or false, agree or disagree. So for this is one of the important things. I even can ask, Kautilya wrote a book, name is what? Fill in the blank. So you have to remember that. That is what? Arthashastra. So
Arthashastra.
basically from ancient time, this accounting is going to be done by the various people, but different name is going to be used. Earlier, it is known as Deshinama. Why Deshinama? Because daily activity is going to be recorded over there. That's why it is known as Deshinama. Okay, go ahead.
In the earlier time of civilization, accounting was done by agents who managed the properties of wealthy people. They prepared accounts periodically for the owners of property. The records of debit and credit were found in the 12th century itself.
So basically, what is debit, what is credit, that is came into the picture from 12th century. And yes, earlier the rich people, they wanted to know how much is their wealth, we can say. So for that, they always appoint one agent and who looks to the matter or the transaction. So that is what I can say starting of the accounting, bookkeeping. Go ahead.
In the year 1494, Luca de Bargo
Passio.
Paccioli, an Italian merchant, introduced double entry bookkeeping system. Due to the Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries, large-scale operations were carried on and joint stock companies emerged as an important form of organization, which involved separation of ownership from management.
So
Hence, to save
concentrate. So basically, from 1494, this invention started, and who is the founder of this? Luca di Borghi Pacioli. Please remember the year as well as the name because it can be asked in fill in the blank. So Italian merchant who invented or introduced double entry bookkeeping system. When the word is came over here, double entry bookkeeping system, it means simple logic is there. Every debit has a corresponding credit or debit is must equal to credit. If I am saying 10,000 should be debited, so obviously 10,000 should be credited and vice versa. Then might be question arises, what if 10,000 is debited, then it may happen 2,000 is a credited and again 8,000 is credited. Thus the total will be how much? 10,000. This is what double entry bookkeeping system. So this basically concept we are going to see in detail later, but since the word came over here, I just wanted to explain in one line. So if question is came into your mind, double entry, so I can say double entry means nothing but simple language. Every debit has corresponding credit, or even in simple language, you can say the next part, debit is equal to credit. Clear है सबको अभी what I said just now? Use the chat box.
yes.
So separation of ownership from the management. From here, one more concept is coming into the picture, that is business entity. So this is we again have to see in later, but for time being, just remember when we are saying business entity, explaining you the concept that separation of ownership from the management. What does it mean? Business entity came into the picture. When I am saying business entity, so please remember बिजनेस एंटिटी, व्हाट डज इट मीन? ये बाद में हम डिटेल में देखेंगे, अभी जस्ट वर्डिंग आया है इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ। बिजनेस इज सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम इट्स ओनर, दिस इज व्हाट बिजनेस एंटिटी। अगर बिजनेस की बात करेंगे तो बिजनेसमैन अलग होगा, जो उसको रन कर रहा है वो, और उसका जो बिजनेस है वो अलग होगा। डोंट मर्ज इट, दैट इज व्हाट बिजनेस एंटिटी कंसेप्ट। सो यस, प्लीज गो अहेड विद द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट।
Hence, to safeguard the interest of owners and investors, the business establishment required detailed information about business, which paved the way for development of comprehensive financial accounting information system.
Okay, so they are saying, see again, important point, need for analysis of financial information for managerial decision. And what is it means managerial decision now? Actually, who said? Vinay is saying I haven't understood the business entity concept. Okay, Vinay, please remember business अलग है और business करने वाला अलग है. मतलब if you are saying Reliance Industry, so the owner of Reliance Industry is the different, and the name of Reliance Industry is the different. Now it is clear. Just 1 minute. Vinay, have you understood this? What I said about business entity? Business is separate from its owner. Just remember in that way. Remember, owner is running the business. समझ में आया? If I am saying Reliance Industry खुद से कुछ कर रहा है क्या? Only its name is there. It is the artificial thing. Understanding? Okay, fair enough. So there are different branches of accounting. Once everyone has to take the managerial decision, for that management accounting came into the picture. If we want to understand about the product, how much the product should be the costing. So for that cost accounting it came into the picture, and for recording the business transaction financially, financial account came into the picture. That we even can say business account, we even can say bookkeeping and accountancy. So there are the different branches of accounting. Remember that. Again, concentrate over here what I am saying. Branches of accounting. So which are the branches of accounting? You can say cost accounting. So when I am saying cost accounting, it is related to the cost determination. It is related to determination of cost of product. Also, what you can say? Controlling the cost. This is what branches of accounting. In that we supposed to see cost accounting. There are actually the different various branches of accounting. Out of that we are only studying the financial accounting. Keep that point in mind. But basically these are the three branches. When I am saying cost accounting means related to the cost. Determination of the cost of the product and controlling the cost. This is mobile. So how much is the cost of this mobile? This can be examined, this can be explained, this can be determined in cost accounting. So after that, another one is management accounting. So decision making is the important part of the management, and that is done by the management person. So in management accounting, basically we have to take the decision on day-to-day activity. And the last one, which is the next one, financial accounting. So financial accounting we are going to see in detail. That is what bookkeeping and accountancy, dealing with final account. When I am saying dealing with final account, so basically it is dealing with your trading account as well as profit and loss account and as well as balance sheet, financial statement. So please remember, I am explaining each and every concept very detailed. So it may happen that few words is coming like trading account, profit and loss. What does exactly it mean? As and how that point is going to become, I am going to repeat. Clear till here, everyone? Have you understood what I said, the branches of accounting?
Though accounting was individual centric in the initial stage of evolution of accounting, it has gradually developed into social responsibility accounting in the 21st century. This is due to the vast growth in business activities as a result of development in various fields. Thus, accounting has become inevitable in the modern world for business.
So in modern world, if we have to run to our business successfully, we don't have a choice, but we have to be maintain the books of account. That is said in this paragraph.